we got to move on. This is, as we know, last week was a championship. Next week is the Super Bowl, but we always have that week in between. And what fills that? The Pro Bowl. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that might be just getting into football, the Pro Bowl that you see now, or that's going to be going on in the next couple of days, is far different from what it used to be. Going back to those days in like the 80s and the 90s, I mean, you talk about Hall of Fame players going hard as if this was an actual game. Now, obviously, they're not going to do that because of all of, the potential injuries. And I go back to that Sean Taylor hit on the punter, where it was just like, once he did it, they said, all right, no, we got to stop this. We can't have this guy killing our punter, for a game that doesn't matter for anything. So they've changed a lot. There's a lot more games involved. Now the game is flag football. Nicole, I'm coming to you first. I mean, this is more fan-friendly. Do you like this style of the Pro Bowl?
Yes, absolutely. It gets the players mic'd up and not, as in control of so much pressure that surrounds them, gets them in their natural, it's like in their natural element, but not without the, getting a kind of shine of light, and also too rub elbows. That's how we ended up with Derek Carr, I believe, because of the team captain and who it was at the time, and he was there and he was talking contracts. I don't know why. That's what I like to think, and yeah, I think it's really great. I've watched some of the YouTube videos of, like you said, with their skills and their throwing, and just seeing them smile and it's being like from dropping the team jersey out of it. And some of these guys probably played college with each other and miss each other, and saying and congratulating each other. I love it. I'm going to be watching.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. And Kate, I know a number of your players are represented here in this game. What are your thoughts of the new? As somebody that I know you grew up with your dad. You watched the older games where they were killing
I've been
each
doing
other.
this for a long time. Right.
So as somebody that's seen the old and seen this, obviously this is better for injuries, and the guys just want to have fun anyway. But what are your thoughts about it?
I just like watching them act like little kids out there and just have fun and just be lighthearted. And when they score a touchdown, they're going into big like blow up beds and stuff like that and doing little somersaults and just having fun, because I think the season is grueling enough on them and grueling enough on their bodies, their mental health, their physical health, that to see them just like be able to like breathe and have fun with each other and just make it about, winding down the season and everything. I like it. And I'm excited to see my Detroit Lions in the Pro Bowl and see how much fun they're going to have. And, one of my top 5 favorite Lions is in there with Amon-Ra. So I love my Sun God. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. I love them all. So it's going to be really fun to see them just have some fun. And I like it. I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. As much as it's fun to see the gritty tackles and the fun plays, it's nice to also know that they should end the season injury-free and not have any worries going into next season, since injuries are not fun. No. And you don't want to injure a good football player playing a game that's an optional game. You know what I mean? Right. It's not for the big money and for all the marbles.
Right. And Delilah, I mean, same question to you, but I mean, I do want to ask this because we know what it was like when Walter was playing and the Monsters of the Midway and all that. It was extremely competitive. Will this still be competitive, though?
I mean, what I saw last year, because last year was the first year they did this, they actually were going at it in flag football. And every once in a while, you could see that they wanted to switch to tackling. They couldn't. But you could see on their faces. And they didn't understand, like you would see, like, when they would pull the flags, like when I was a kid, I played flag, so I knew what that meant. That's the tackle, and so the guys were like, "What?" So I'm okay with this. I agree with Kate. Yes, I understand that, but again, this was like the 80s and 70s, even in the 90s, they were still going at it. But this was it's a different era. Every era is different, right? Progresses. And I understand why I had to move in this direction, because players were getting hurt and then they couldn't play in the big game. Like those that actually went, that made it to the Super Bowl, a lot of those guys would play in the Pro Bowl. They just so that they could beat up on the other person, right? Like they literally would just do it, and then they would get injured and they couldn't play. And so I feel like this makes it just more fun for them. I liked watching I like dodgeball. So I like that they added dodgeball. I thought that was hilarious, because then they could be a little bit more aggressive, like like take out some of that frustration. And I like that they added something for the kickers. Okay, they get overlooked, so I like the tic-tac-toe thing that they did with the kickers, and that they get to go out there and show off. Yeah, and they get to show off their skills, Like it kind of makes it look exciting for them, because people forget about special teams, and so you're like, you missed a field goal, and then everybody remembers why the kicker is important. So I feel like this elevates and shows the different skills from the different teams, and they do tug of war, and I just feel like they're like big kids, like who didn't play tug of war, and so they do get competitive, and I think that's what people don't realize. Like when you see them out there and these new skills, they do get competitive, and when they lose, they're like, I mean, like
they're not thrilled.
So even if it's not where people are playing hard-nosed tackle football anymore, they're having a good time, and they're still really competitive, and you see it in their faces when they lose.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
absolutely.
Okay with it.
Yeah. No, yeah. At the end of the day, like it's hard to justify a guy getting hurt when it doesn't matter, when none of this stuff matters. And the guys, this is their vacation. They want to go out and hang out with everybody. So now they have these games that they play, and I love that. Look, let's go through real quick. Now, if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, obviously you see under me, she's a Saints fan. You see Miss Kate is a Lions fan. Miss Delilah is a Bears fan, and I am Washington. I think I might be the only one not represented on this list, but I'm going to try to go through and see some of y'all's names. Ex-Lion, DeAndre Swift, and Jahmyr Gibbs. He's on the list. Let's see. And Amon Ra, Sam Laporta of the Lions, Panay Sewell of the Lions. Dear God. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Lions. Frank Ragnow of the Lions. Okay, we're not going to say any more Lions. Aiden Hutchinson of the Lions. My God, did your whole team go? Let's see. Oh, hey, Montez Sweat. He used to be for us. Okay, I'll take half for that. Who else do we have? Demario Davis. Let's go. That's nice. Jalen Johnson, cornerback for the Bears.
Rashida Shaheed.
Oh, is Shaheed on here? Wait a minute.
I don't know. It says participants in the high stakes.
There you go. There you go. Well, I have a half a player, so you guys enjoy that. But it's still going to be fun. I can't wait to see all the other games and all the stuff that comes with it. So shout out to that. I can dig it.